Hello everyone, today we're going to be creating a cool animation using CSS Keyframes, and to get started I'm just going to navigate to pexels.com, which I already have in my address bar. And then while that loads, I'm going to create a new folder on my desktop, and I'm going to call it CSS Keyframes. Like that. I'm going to open this up using VS Code like that, and then I'm going to create inside this folder, I'm going to create a file called index.html like that. Okay, and another file called style.css. Okay, now index.html, I'm just going to generate a boilerplate like that, and I'm going to give it a title of keyframes animation like that, and I'm going to link my style sheet, style CSS, and then I'm going to create a div inside the body with a class of container, and then this will have 4 other divs, so copy that 4 times, and then each div will have an image which we are now going to grab from pexels.com. So the first image I'm going to grab, just this one, I'm going to copy the image address like that, place it inside there, and then for the second one, I'm going to have an image as well. I'm going to grab, I want landscape photos, so this one with image address like that. For the third one, I want the avocado image, and for the fourth one, we can just say let's grab another landscape photo. Really, there are no landscape photos here. Let's just search for tree. Change the orientation to horizontal. Let's grab this. I've used this photo before. Let's place that there. Okay, and I'm just going to open this with live server so you can see what we have, and you can begin styling it. Okay, just like that. Looks very nice. And we're going to say, let me just go to the container. Oops, let me start with the body and say, let me just set the background color to black for now, like that. And then I'm going to go inside the container. I'm going to display flex, align item center, justify content center, which will place everything to the center like this. And then I'm going to limit these images by saying images should have a max width of 100%, like that, so the horizontal scroll bar is gone. And I want to move this to the middle, so I'm going to specify a minimum height of 100 viewport heights, like that. Then just to separate these so that we can actually see what we're styling, I'm going to go inside the container, and I'm going to target the divs, and I'm going to say margin of 0 on the top and bottom and 10 pixels, maybe 5 pixels on the left and right, like that. Then I'm just going to move this above, and then I want to add some kind of let me check this. The divs, on the divs I want to add some a background color on them of white. So let me just say background color of white, like that. Let me say add a padding of 10 pixels so we can actually see it like that. So they seem as if they're in frames, and then I'm going to say border radius of 5 pixels here. Copy this and paste it on the body, on the image as well, like that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in my index.html, and I'm going to specify a class for these individual divs. So I'm going to call this class of 1, like that. Then I'm just going to copy this, paste it below, change this to 2, change this to 3, and finally change this to 4, like that. And then I'm going to go inside my style CSS, and I'm going to target each of the divs that I've created, but the ones that I've added the class to. So this is I'm targeting the div that has the class of 1, and I'm going to say I want an animation called what do you call it, move. I want it to move for 2 seconds, and I want it to be infinite, like that. I'm just going to copy this and paste it down like that. Change this to 2, change this to 3, change this to 4, and then change this to 4, change this to 6, and this to 8. Now the next thing that we need to do is actually create our animation using the keyframes. So I'm going to say keyframes, and notice it has the art, and I'm going to, it's called the move. So I'm going to say from, and then I'm going to say to here as well. So I wanted to move from let's say what, transform and translate y 0%, and then copy this, oops, what am I doing, copy this, paste it there, and move it 100% on the y axis. So let's see if that works, and look at that. Oops, shouldn't have done this, so let me remove the min height like that. What did I change? Let's say, you know what, okay, let me place this back here. Say min height, oops, min height of 100 viewport heights, and then I'm going to say this should be minus 100% to 100%. Let's see that. Look at that, looks very nice. And notice this has an animation of 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 6 and 8 seconds. That's why you see it's all jumbled up. So you can say 3, 4 and 5, and you see how that moves, and you can play around with these numbers just to get the animation that you want. I can move this to 4, and you can see it will have the same animation as this, but I don't want that, so I'm going to move this to 3 or 3.5. Let's see that. And that is it. That is just an example of how we can use the keyframes animation. And the thing is, you can actually use the keyframes to create an image slider, and I think I'll do that next, maybe not, but yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.